Today we're broadcasting from the studios of Cholla Production LLC, Cholla Production Videography, and I'm honored to have with me Bill Searle, videographer, owner of Cholla Production LLC. Bill, how you doing?
Okay, how you doing, Gene?
I'm doing marvelous, thank you.
Great. Well, thanks for having it over here. I really wanted to do this today. So
you know, the whole point of this is to promote local businesses, and I was actually made aware that our videographer is a local business.
I am a local business. I've been doing this for since about 2003. So you do the math.
You've been doing it for at least 15 years then.
Yeah, at least 15 years. Yeah, maybe even a little longer.
I understand you got pretty good at doing videography.
I did. I started shooting video back when I was in Scottsdale Community College. I went in there and got a degree in film and video, and I did some film stuff. And I did a simulation of a car jumping off a mountain as a project.
Those are such fun scenes.
Oh yeah, they are. It's a lot of fun.
Well, didn't you tell me that you also did a television show?
Yes, I did. I sometime about five, 6 years into starting the business, Jason Bressler, who's with the Phoenix Metro Chamber now, introduced me to a guy named Steve Glick, and he was a producer from back in the 60s and 70s, and he wanted to produce a TV show, kind of about the Old West, because he kind of got into that sort of thing. So we hired on a hostess, Bobby Jean Olson. She's a movie star right now. She's been in a few locally produced movies.
Okay.
And we started a show called Arizona Country Television. It was about the Western way of life and the cowboy thing, and we would have a band on there, and we'd have a feature about the West. I shot a bunch of different rodeos, and I shot a bunch of bands. I shot Herndon Brothers for them over here at Handlebar J's over in Scottsdale.
Handlebar J's, right.
Yeah, and
Handlebar J's is one of the oldest honky-tonks, if not the oldest honky-tonk in the valley. It competed with Mr. Lucky's back in the day when people like Waylon Jennings would play at Mr. Lucky's. So Handlebar J's is basically an historical marker. Where'd you came from Kentucky?
Yes, I came here from Kentucky.
So what brought you folks to Arizona?
Well, my dad took another job down here, and it was just after I got out of high school. I had a choice of either staying there and going to work for Ford or taking off for the West, and my girlfriend at the time, we sort of had a little falling out, and so I decided it's time to move west, so that's how I ended up out here.
So many of us ended up moving out west because of girlfriends.
Yes, that is definitely true.
So what are some of the challenges that you faced since you moved to Arizona?
Oh, dealing with the heat is definitely one of them. Down here in Phoenix, it gets pretty hot in the summertime. I remember when we drove out here, we were driving down through Holbrook. We came down that way through Payson. I thought, wow, this is neat, you know? Everybody telling me this is all hot and everything. And then we started from Payson down into Phoenix, and it's like, oh my God. Because I was in a car without air conditioning, and it was pretty hot there.
You know, it's kind of fascinating because I love Arizona. I love Phoenix in the summertime. Of course, I also love Alaska in the wintertime. And I think what it is that the heat in the summer and the cold in Arizona and the cold in the winter in Alaska, they are the essence of the place. In either place, you can either respect the environment that you're in, or the environment will kill you.
This is definitely true.
It's that simple. If you don't respect the desert, the heat will kill you. If you don't respect the cold, Alaska will kill you.
That's true. That is definitely true.
So what kind of challenges have you faced in doing videography over the years?
Basically just keeping a nice even flow of clients. You know, it kind of goes up and down a lot, and it should be more of a level kind of thing. But I don't really, you know, it's getting better. As I get more clients, I start finding that I'm getting more of a steady flow the way I like it, and that's good. I got this studio here a couple of years ago, and that was probably the biggest break for my business. This is a Paradise Valley Mall here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, and we're in an upstairs area. And it works out good. It's easy for people to find. People have no trouble finding the mall. So.
Well, that's it. That pretty much makes it as easy as it could possibly be to find somebody. If the place you're at is actually on the map and on Google, and they can find it in a heartbeat. So, Bill, what kind of future plans do you have?
Well, I'd like to do some, indie film type editing and do a little bit of that sort of thing. I also love what I'm doing. I love doing the videos to help people promote their businesses, help create businesses that, help them, get the word out about it, to tell a story about it.
Okay. You actually do video commercials, right?
I have done video commercials. I've done them on TV. I've had a few run on TV. The first one I ever did was for a place called Dan's Auto World. And Dan was a auto body guy, and he wanted me to do a TV ad. We did a little trade for he was painting my Mustang. I have an old Mustang that he painted for me, and I did this ad for him, and the first part of the ad said, gee, I love my car, but it looks like crap. And they didn't know if they would put it on there, the Cox people, but eventually they decided to buy off on it. And he got a lot of response for that ad. Just having that one statement that kind of said it all,
Well, and that's kind of the point of marketing, is to get people's attention and authenticity, which is the reason that this show exists, is for people to give an authentic representation of themselves to potential customers, potential clients, so that they can actually have a sense of who it is they're dealing with, not just how much are they spending and what are they getting for it. And in today's market, that's kind of important. Bill, I got to tell you that I believe you told me about something else that you wanted to do in the way of a movie or something?
Oh, yeah, I have a show. Are you talking about the show that I was going to put together, the internet show?
Right.
Yeah, I'm in the process of putting together something called the Free Speech Zone. I bought the URL for it, and what it is I'm going to have people doing political debate, and I'm just looking for the right two people and the right situation and everything to come along, and I'm going to get it going. I already own the URL, so.
Perfect.
And it's something I'm just doing because I think it's good to have a lot of good dialogue about politics and
I describe myself as an ultra right-wing conservative bleeding heart liberal, and I will pretty much engage in vigorous debate with almost anybody on almost anything, because it helps me keep my thinking straight. It helps me keep my thinking. If I can't counter the argument, perhaps my position needs to adjust.
Yeah, I've found in politics that, it's good to hear other people's opinions. I mean, if you just get on one opinion and that's pretty much all you hear, all you think, you don't really understand the world. The world is, there's a lot of opinions out there, and there's a lot of people with a lot of agendas, and you got to be familiar with it all. You don't have to agree with them. You don't have to embrace their philosophy, but just be familiar with it and understand it. And I think that's a good thing to do.
Oh, it's a lot more valuable than being in an echo chamber. Echo chamber. Echo chamber.
Yes, that's true.
Well, Bill, I want to thank you for having us today and for being the venue for today's broadcast of the Phoenix Network.
My email is bill@chollaproduction.com. My webpage is Cholla Production, Cholla like the cactus, CHOLLA, production.com.
Number?
My phone number is 602-799-6734. That's 602-799-6734.
Bill, thanks again. God bless you, man.
Thank you.